Live. This is show business, Mugdha.
Hey everyone.
Just hang on. We're not there yet. I don't think. Maybe.
There we are. Are we live?
We are live. Welcome to Culture Kitchen, everybody. My name is Simon, and this is our online cooking show through VIU Cultural Connections. Each week, we have a different student host sharing one of their favorite recipes. Today, we have a PDB student who's from India. And welcome, Mugdha, and thanks so much for co-hosting the show with me this week.
It's my pleasure, Simon. Thank you so much for having me. And I think I'm doing this for the second time, but in another form. So my joy is multiplied. Thank you.
Yes. So can you tell us what you're going to be cooking?
So today I am making a very simple snack recipe, which is called kanda bhaji. So it literally translates into onion fritter. So kanda means onion and fritter means bhaji means fritter.
Okay.
So it's a great snack time dish which you can have at about 4 or 5 p.m. And it's very wholesome and it's absolutely loved in my city. It's a very popular street food.
Okay, looking forward. So maybe so we can hear you well, maybe if you could turn down the music or turn off the music. I think it's competing with the speaker.
Perfect.
I always love to have music though, so thanks for that. And I put music at the beginning too. So it's always a nice way to start the show off with a bit of rhythm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get that going. Okay.
And so it's a tricky thing because you got to be the cinematographer and the cooking host, right?
Yes.
The camera person and the host. Yeah. Maybe not cinematographer quite at this level, but anyway. Our live TV cooking show. So yeah, so onion fritters is what you're going to make. Yes. And you'll walk us through it step by step. And yeah, we're ready to rock if you are.
Perfect. So Simon, I was just prepping a bit. So this needs a bit of prep. Nothing much, but so as you can see, I'm going to flip my camera ASAP. Yeah. So as you can see, I have some oil here, which has been heating up on about 4 something for 10 minutes. And I'm going to lower it down because it has come to a boil. And moving on, I have a huge bowl here and it has some onions. So you can use any onion you have. So red onion, but I have used the yellow one. And you have to just put a little sprinkle of salt in it. And you have to let it sit for about 15 minutes. So that's that.
And that's just onion and salt, you said, or is there a bit of oil too?
Onion and salt, and the oil is in here.
In the pan, right? Okay.
Yes. So what this will do is this will draw out the moisture from the onion. So when we pop it up in the oil, it's going to be nice and crunchy.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do next is put some spices in it. So the good old Indian spices. They're here.
Ooh, nice spice drawer.
Oh yes, I have a legit spice drawer.
That's great.
So we're gonna put some turmeric, about half a teaspoon, and then we're gonna put some cayenne pepper, paprika powder, anything hot. So that's that. And this is a bit of cumin powder. If you have it on hand, it's okay. If you don't, even that's all right.
That's an essential of any Indian cooking, right?
Yes, and this is a bit of
all those spices.
This is a bit of coriander powder. So we're gonna mix this very, very thoroughly again. So you have to just make sure that this concoction sticks to every onion shred that we have here. So tossing it.
And can you just review which spices you put in? I know there's about 5 different spices. So there was it was turmeric.
Absolutely.
Cayenne.
Yes.
Cumin. What else? Cumin.
And coriander.
Coriander. Okay, and like powdered, yeah, coriander.
Powdered coriander.
That's like a dry. It's the same as cilantro, just dried and powdered form.
Yes, absolutely. It's in the dried powder form. So you can even crush it. Oops, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you can crush it as well. Now we can see that every onion shed is being coated really well. So we can let that sit.
Okay.
For like about 2 minutes. And I can rinse my hand till then. And
you definitely don't want to rub your eye after that spice mix.
No. Don't get anywhere close to your eye with this. So for the next part, we're going to add some flour in it. But this flour is chickpea flour. Yes. So
chickpea flour, can you get it in Nanaimo easily?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Kind of any grocery store, you think?
Any grocery store or any Indian store. I think it's what is it called? Sabzi Mandi.
Sabzi Mandi, yeah.
Yeah, you can get it there. Yeah, but I think you can get it at any grocery store because is a bit common. So I'm gonna place you guys your work. Okay, I'm gonna place you guys here.
Okay.
And then we're gonna start adding the chickpea flour. So I'm going to show you in a bit how much I've actually incorporated in my onions. I think this should be enough. So Simon, this is a very good snack, which is gluten-free, lactose-free, it's vegan.
Oh yeah, vegan too. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's vegan too.
It's very accessible.
Very much.
And so this is commonly eaten as a street food, like you maybe when you're coming back from class in India, in Mumbai, where you're from.
Absolutely.
You pick this up as a snack on your way home.
Yeah, you just make a quick stop and you buy this. So I think you're familiar with vada pav, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is something which you get at a vada pav stall.
Okay.
So
that's like a stand, like sort of a street kiosk.
Absolutely, yes.
And they usually sell chai.
Yes.
And cigarettes.
That's the one. That's the one.
I've heard about it.
So I'm just gonna take some water. Yeah, there we are. So we need to see the flour. So this was about half a cup, not more than that.
Okay.
So this is the same process. Like I have kind of mixed it with our onion shred. Now it's completely coated. Now is the time we're going to add water into it and get it to a binding consistency.
Okay.
So back to where we were. I'm so sorry.
Well, I like how easy this is too. Like
it's super easy.
You can make it in a way. You can make it if you just have an onion in your fridge and some chickpea flour and your regular spices. You can have a great snack when you think you're down to nothing. You still, I like this.
And then I'm gonna add very little water to start with. That's my mom's tip. Do not rush with water. About 2 teaspoons.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it to a binding consistency, nice and crispy. Okay, so at this point, you can have a cheat. So if you are someone who's not gluten intolerant, you can incorporate 1 teaspoon of all-purpose flour so that it just elevates the crunch to a very great level.
That's a good line. I think that's a good takeaway line from this video so far. Elevates the crunch. I like
yes,
that.
It does.
Nice. I'm going to check the Facebook Live, see if we have anybody watching. If there's any comments. Okay, just a few people right now. We'll see if some comments come through. But yeah, so if you're just tuning in, this is Culture Kitchen Live. We do it every Tuesday at 5. And it's our adaptation to this current context of having our campus closed. We used to couch every Tuesday at 5 there where students would gather. There'd be a student or 2 or 3 that would volunteer to present on their home country, share a little bit of information, facilitate an interactive activity, and share food. So for the online edition, we're just focusing on the food part, but doing a step-by-step instructional. So everyone can try these recipes at home. We've been sticking to relatively easy recipes. Oh,
sorry, that was me.
Yeah, it's tricky. And this week's student host is Mugdha, who's in, what's the program again?
I'm in PGDP Simon.
Right, and for the listeners who might not know, what does that stand for? The listeners who view.
It stands for postgraduate diploma in business.
Okay. So you've been at VIU for around about a year?
Almost a year. So I'm going to wrap up my program very soon.
And this will be maybe at least your 4th time participating in cultural connections activities, because I know you hosted a culture couch in the past. No, you were part of the organizing of a culture couch.
Yes.
And you have hosted the stage at World VIU Days. You co-hosted with me for the All Nations Acoustic Showcase back in February.
Yes, I also hosted the Global Citizens Week.
Yeah, that's right, in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thanks for all your involvement. It's great. I know you're just at VIU for a short time, but you're making the best of getting involved. So really appreciate that.
Thank you. So while you were talking, Simon, I just took another teaspoon of flour and just a dash of water again to set the consistency of this batter. And I'm going to show you how it looks. So after adding our chickpea flour, see, it is supposed to be like this, like really silky. But if I bind it together, it's going to stick around.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a very, if you need to master this consistency and the fritters are good to go.
Okay. It kind of reminds me of pakora a little bit, you know, that you're making.
Yes, it's a pakora sibling.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is we are ready. So we're going to put this in the oil. Yeah, so there we are. So what we do is we take a little bit of batter, combine it in your hand like so, and just dip it. That's it.
You didn't look very afraid of that hot oil. I'd be worried about that touching my hand.
I'm kind of used to it now because a lot of our desserts, a lot of our snacks are fried. I'm kind of used to it now.
Yeah.
I'm quickly rinsing my hands so that I can just take it out. You can fry it very well.
And are you just using the sort of your typical vegetable oil for cooking,
yes,
like canola, or I don't know? I'm kind of usually using the sunflower.
You can use any oil except olive oil, I would say.
Right. Any high temperature oil.
Any high temperature oil.
Oh yeah. Well, that cooks so fast.
Oh yes. So make sure your oil is nice and hot, but your heat is kind of medium right now.
Okay.
That's the key to perfect this guy. So
looks good.
We're gonna sit here and I'm gonna drop some more bhajiyas in there.
Okay.
I have a quick bowl ready here which has some paper towels in it to absorb the excess oil for health reasons.
Yeah. You don't want them wet.
Exactly.
Same as like making anything like onion rings or pakora, anything fried, you usually will want to dry it off of it with a paper towel or newspaper. Yeah.
Very much similar to that. So another trick, if you don't want to get your hands dirty, so you get these 2 spatulas. So what you're going to scoop in a generous, like about 2 teaspoons in here, and you're going to drop it with this.
Okay. That's your scooper.
Yep, that's my scooper. what I've done is, here's the batter, as you can see, and I'm gonna drop it in the oil like so. That's it, done. Okay. You don't need to get your hands dirty. Then you take the normal spatula, and there we are.
Nice.
Yeah, so you kind of put some oil on it, and then you flip it.
Yeah, it looks good.
So you kind of keep rotating it, and you have to kind of give it an oil bath. You put some oil from the sides so that it cooks well. Look at the dark brown color. That's what we need.
So you're just kind of looking for a bit of that crispiness around the edges. Yeah, very nice. So is that one almost done? Like, is it just kind of like 2 minutes in the oil and they're good?
Ta-da, we are done.
Okay, yeah,
that's quick. It's pretty quick. That's the beauty of this recipe.
Mm-hmm. Simple, fast, tasty, right?
Amazing. Yeah, you can do the same with potatoes as well.
Right, and it's just basically you can make any kind of fritter you want, right?
Any kind of fritter with the same masalas, but you can switch it up for veggies, as you call it, pakora. You switch it up for sliced potatoes, and it's another bhajia to have. It's now potato is called as batata.
Right.
So we call it batata bhajia.
Okay, and can you like, it reminds me, there's something in the Caribbean I've had called a fish fritter, something like that.
I've heard of fish fritter. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check. I bought the package because I was gonna make it and I have it. Let me see what it's called. Saltfish fritter. Some people call it fish cakes. Look at this. I've had this in my cupboard for a while, but that's saltfish fritter batter. So you just like some fish, like canned fish, saltfish, and mix it in and fry it like that. So it's kind of a similar concept. I mean, they call it a fish cake or fritter, but it's open for creativity though. Any fritters, right? Whatever veggie. I imagine you could try it with broccoli or cauliflower.
Anything. So there's no limitation when it comes to fritters. And I'll tell you a very unique kind of fritter that we have, which you can find in every cuisine in India. It's the lentil fritter.
Okay.
So you soak the lentils overnight, you grind them up, put some masalas, put some batter, and chickpea batter to be precise, and you just fry them. Bonkers. It's amazing.
I guess you can't go wrong with that combination of spices. Those 4 or 5 spices you put in there. You add that to any vegetable or fish, and it's going to be delicious. Right?
Exactly.
With a bit of chickpea flour and regular and wheat flour.
Yeah, and it's so versatile. That's what I told you. The beauty of this recipe is like anyone can have it.
Anyone can make it. Anyone can have it. Yeah, it's very cool. I'm definitely going to try making that myself.
It's amazing. So I have 3 fritters ready here.
Nice.
And if you have some chutney on hands, well and good. If you know how to make one, amazing. But this would taste equally delicious with ketchup. So I'm gonna grab some ketchup.
Now, is that an adaptation you did since coming to Canada, or would you do that in India too? Just use ketchup if you didn't have chutney at home, ready to go.
Oh, this is a go-to back home.
It is too. Okay.
It's a go-to back home, and I do have the traditional dry chutney. Typically have. So if you don't want to make, you want to keep grinding everything. So we do have a drier version which is made from coconuts. So I'm going to try putting that in my spice drawer. Give me a moment.
Okay. That looks so good. I'm just going to check for any comments here, see what's going on.
Yeah, what are our friends up to?
We've got, okay. We've got a hello from Maya. Hi, Maya. Thanks for watching. I know you were
Maya.
before, so thanks for joining us again. Harjeet, she said, that's a good trick to try with a spatula, she said. So we missed that from a while back. It's true, because the first one you dropped in with your hand. Yeah, it was much better to use tools there.
I have cinematographer now.
Comment from Sabrina, looks yummy. I love Indian food with all kinds of heart emojis.
Oh, Sabrina.
Nice. Yeah, cool. And then Maya is saying, yeah, she loves Indian food as well. And Gauri is watching as well. Hey, Gauri, I haven't seen it or heard from him for a while. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching live, and let us know if you have any other comments or questions.
So we're gonna go outside, Simon, because the beauty is having this when it's raining or when the climate is like super nice.
When it's raining or nice, so anytime basically.
Anytime, but especially it's a rain favorite. So we have this in rainy season.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Oh,
we're ready for the test. I like to put theme music on for the test,
oh,
just for the excitement. So it's coming up. I have some music.
Perfect.
Let's see. Ooh, something from Delhi to Dublin. They're from Vancouver, Indian Canadian band. Let's see what. All right, test time.
I mean, this is the chutney I was talking about. So this would be dried coconut with some chili and garlic.
Sorry, can you say that again? I think the music might have gotten in the way there.
Yeah, this is the chutney I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
This is some dried coconut, some chili, some garlic, paprika powder, and salt.
Oh, nice and easy.
Yeah, and it's super spicy. Yeah.
Ooh. So
we're gonna do the taste test.
Okay.
So that's the fritter. That's the inside of it. And dip it into the ketchup. And voila.
How is it?
It's really nice.
Are you a tough critic for your own cooking? Does it pass the Mugdha quality standard?
I sometimes don't eat my own food because I say, it's not good.
But this is a good one.
It's a good one. This can never go wrong, Simon.
It looks good. You know, I think you can make a lot of new friends by just having it out on your patio. People are going to want to try that. And you know what? I like what you say about taking your food outside, especially this time of year. It's so nice. Food, as good as it is inside, somehow it tastes better when you're in the fresh air.
I agree with you because you need to relish it in the nature.
Yeah, that's great.
The whole point of having street food is we have it outside.
Yeah.
We don't have it in our houses.
So I'm going to go back to our comments here. So, we've got, looks like Kishore is saying, thanks for sharing famous mouth-watering Indian snack.
Hi, Kishore.
Yeah. Sabri is saying, wow, that looks delicious. And Alice just tuned in. Hey, Alice. So,
hey,
yeah,
Alice.
We've got an audience and everyone seems to be impressed with your recipe.
Thank you.
So that's great. And it was quick, you know?
It was super quick. As I promised, it's not going to be very fussy. It's going to be with the ingredients you have inside your shelves. And it's not going to take more than 10 minutes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And thanks for being part of Culture Kitchen. And I think you finished the plate already. So
yes, I did. It was quick. Easy peasy.
It's quick to make and quick to eat. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mugdha. Really appreciate your participation in this. And I think you have inspired people to try this recipe and various kinds of fritters. For anybody watching, if you do experiment with this or other kinds of fritters, please let us know in the comments. The video will stay up on our page, BIU Cultural Connections, and spread the word on this. And if anybody would like to host a future episode, you can email me. My email is there. Let's go back to the gallery view there. Yeah, my email is right there. And I'd be happy to bring you on board. Yeah, Mugdha, thank you so much. Now
Thank
we
you.
all know.
I wouldn't mind hosting another one, Simon.
Okay, well, you've proven you have some good cooking ideas there. So yeah, every Tuesday, 5 p.m. live via your Cultural Connections, Mugdha and her onion fritters. And how do you say that in Hindi?
Kanda bhaji.
Kanda bhaji.
Kanda.
Kanda.
Kanda bhaji.
Kanda bhaji.
There we go.
My accent okay?
Perfect.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, we'll see you, Mugdha. Thanks again, and thanks for everybody who tuned in. And we will see you next week for Culture Kitchen Live. Oh,
Signing off.
music.
Bye-bye. Adios.
Signing off. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I wanted to end with some music, but it's pretty quiet. It didn't quite have the effect I was going for. Oh, I know why. Temptation to run away while I'm cruising on the interstate. Cruising on the interstate. She can be my greatest.
I miss this.
There you go. Culture Couch. Kitchen. Signing off.
Culture Kitchen.
Bye, everybody.
Signing off. Bye now.
You can't blame me. We always driving to the car.